down. Hey y'all, what's up? How you doing? I'm still working on that camera, fam. So you got to bear with me. But I just had to come on here and I had to spit this little information because I'm really kind of sick and tired of it. Because racism is such a disease and it's so sickening that I'm just tired of it. And I really want to speak on uh, put emphasis on the hate that a lot of people in the media, especially brothers, are putting on Sheryl Swoopes. And I'm hoping that um, we can appreciate the athlete that Sheryl Swoopes was. I hope we can appreciate her knowledge of the game. I hope we can appreciate the fact that she understands the politics of basketball and sports and white supremacy in general. She understands it. And because she says things that are quite in alignment with her reality, a lot of people get upset about that. I find that very disingenuous as a society. I find it very disingenuous as just sports lovers. Everybody know it's a double standard. Hell, it's a double standard in everything we do. Stop acting like it's something new and that you don't know about it. Everybody knows that it is. The only way you can move forward and fix the stuff is if you're willing to face it. So now y'all want to give Sheryl the moniker of angry black woman. Angry black. And what does that mean? What does that mean? The angry black woman. First of all, let me tell you something. There's no other woman on the planet who has been enslaved like the black woman. Okay? There's no other woman that was made to uh, deal with chattel slavery like the black woman. To bear children by a person that she cannot stand or who is raping her, graping her. Um, that's, I don't understand. So those are all reasons to be angry. And there's a thing called genetic memory. There's some people that get past it a lot easier. So if that was the case, if she has those genetic markers like a lot of us do, okay, uh, what would be the problem with her being angry about the history, especially when nobody is trying to correct it? They still trying to erase it and erase that it happened. It's very hard to forgive somebody who won't even admit that they're wrong. So if you're not even admitting that you're wrong, why would I forgive you? That's where I'm at with this whole racism thing. And when I meet white people, personally, I used to have and this is deep, most of my circle of white people were white people that I work with. And fortunately, because I work in music, um, a lot of that racism like that, we don't even deal with. If you can play, you can play. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we bridge a gap with music, just like in some instances in sports. However, it's still there. Okay, it's a difference. Yeah, Beyonce found that out last summer. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. What I'm trying to say is, I think it's very unfair for y'all to try to plug Sheryl Swoopes and her experiences and try to uh, reduce them down to a black angry woman that hates Caitlin Clark or who um, condones angry black women. So I'm saying this to say I didn't like that Gil's Arena episode where Kenyon Martin called out Sheryl for being and telling her that most black women have an anger problem. And this is just the serious problem that I have with black men. They should just keep their damn mouth shut. A lot of men need to keep their mouth shut. Some things ain't for them to talk about. But because they so biatches, they think they can make a comment about every damn thing. And you can always tell the ones that didn't have a father in the house. Okay, I speak strongly and boldly the way I do, probably because I had a father in the house. Having a father in the house is very important because he teaches you things that's different. If he's leading in the right way, just because you have a father in the house, a pair of pants doesn't mean that everything is copacetic. He has to be leading in the right way, just as the mother has to be leading in the right way. But it will produce a richness in you, a boldness in you that allows you to speak truth to power without any reservation. And I think that what y'all misunderstand with Sheryll, especially with her being an Aries, is her letting you know exactly how she feels. And for Kenyon Martin, I think Stephen A. Smith even came for one time because she wouldn't say that Caitlyn was great. Well, hell, she didn't say that. It's not a racist thing. She played with Lauren Jackson. She'll tell you the women that, the white women that were good. She has no problem with that. No black woman does. If we talk about Elena Deladon, these girls were off the chain. Penny. I mean, I didn't really like, okay, I'll just say Nancy Lieberman and I'll say Ann Myers, but they were a little bit, I watched them as a kid, but they didn't bring me as much joy as Sheryll Swoopes, as the Woodard, as the McGee twins, as being a city kid. So I don't understand what y'all are trying to do out here with Sheryl Miller, and I'm Sheryl Miller. I mean Sheryll Swoopes, and I hope that this is not any indication that she's not gonna come back on any podcast or even Gil's Arena for that matter, because you got a bully like Kenyon Martin on there that thinks that he can bully his way on the set like he did in the NBA. I can't think of that player that right now that wasn't scared of you, dude, that hit you in your chest. See, everybody is all that until they run up against the one that ain't filling your wolf tickets. Okay? Was it Zach? I don't know. Somebody you wasn't pulling all that bully stuff on. But that's neither here nor there. I'm just saying, those of y'all who have bought into the moniker of the angry black woman, oh what? So what? What does that mean? What does it mean? Because your mother was getting ready to have surgery and she was yelling at the, or she had something negative or didn't like how they was treating her? She ain't gonna die until it's God's time to tell her to go. But if they was treating her bad, you don't think it's okay for her? You didn't think it was okay for her to say anything about it, Kenyon? She should have kept letting them mistreat her. Maybe she thought she could say it now because her son was there. She didn't know that you was a whole woman. Let me go. Okay, y'all might not like what I said, and that's okay. And, it's like, again, free speech. But if you like what you hear and you want to make a comment about it, please let me know in the comments below. And I'm going to see you in the next video. And don't be hating on Sheryll Swoopes, Cynthia Cooper, and Sheryl Miller, and Lisa Les. I ain't trying to hear all that. Because if you get them cornered and you let them talk the way they want to talk, You'll find out a lot more than you hearing. See you later.